You always want the best for your family, and that means only Eggland's Best Eggs in your kitchen. Compared to ordinary eggs, Eggland's Best Eggs contain 6 times more vitamin D, 25% less saturated fat, more than double the omega-3s, 10 times more vitamin E, and more than double the vitamin B12. So why give your family less when they can have the best? Add Eggland's Best Superior Nutrition to your next grocery list. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Friday night. Thank God it's Friday. With us today, calling in right now, is the administrator of the EPA, and wonderful things are happening for America business. With us today is Lee Zeldin. Lee, well, so many wonderful things are happening. Would you tell our audience, on our million listeners, what's happening?
Really big announcement yesterday. Great to be with you, John. I was with President Trump in the Roosevelt Room yesterday, and we announced what amounts to the largest act of deregulation in the history of the United States. $1.3 trillion. We eliminated the 2009 Obama EPA endangerment finding, all greenhouse gas emissions standards that followed on light, medium, and heavy-duty vehicles, as well as all off-cycle credits, including that climate participation trophy that was given to manufacturers for installing that annoying start-stop feature in cars. It's a big deal. There's gonna be a savings of over $2,400 per new vehicle for Americans. And the president and I were very proud to make this announcement yesterday from the White House. It was a big deal for those who care about deregulation, right-sizing government, and the rule of law.
And this morning's announcement on CPI and on inflation was almost, how do we say it in Brooklyn? Almost zilch, very little. And it looks like inflation is being tamed.
There are so many different economic factors heading in the right direction. I mean, I was just talking about one aspect of automobile policy of President Trump's administration, but when you take everything together, and again, we're just talking autos. When you look at his announcement with Secretary Sean Duffy, the Secretary of Transportation, about resetting CAFE standards, or him signing off on 3 Congressional Review Act resolutions that Congress had passed to eliminate the waivers that were given to California that were used for California's EV mandate that a bunch of other states signed up for, all of the increased investment, new jobs of auto manufacturers across this country. You could go sector by sector. I'm just talking autos, where you're not just firing on one cylinder, you're firing on all cylinders, and the response, the benefit is awesome for the American economy and for American consumers.
$1.3 trillion reduction in costs. Now, the criticism that I'm sure that the Democrats will give, that we're going to make the air less healthy, but I don't really think that's true.
Well, first off, we have to follow the law, and the Clean Air Act didn't authorize the EPA in 2009 to go about what they did in the manner that they did it with this endangerment finding and all the trillions of dollars of regulations that followed. There have been recent Supreme Court cases like Loper Bright in West Virginia versus EPA and Michigan versus EPA that make that clear. And as you look at what the impact is on engines, whether you have a gas-powered vehicle, a hybrid, you have an electric vehicle, the engines aren't going back in time 20 years. There have been advancements across the board with all these cars and all these engines that technology has improved. They become more environmentally friendly in so many different ways. We'll continue to regulate against criteria, pollutants, and air toxics. It's just a very important choice that the Trump administration makes to both protect the environment and grow the economy. We refuse to treat it as a binary choice between the two.
Lee Zeldin, EPA Administrator, thank you so much for coming on this Friday evening. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. And let's catch up again real soon. And maybe you'll call in on Sunday morning, and we'll tell our listeners a little bit more.
Sounds great.